Behind the cape, we got to start off with this twisted metal artwork that they have on Peacock.
Christ.
It's promotional artwork which features Anthony Mackie doing something strange for a little piece of change.
I wonder if like making Anthony Mackie look inferior in media is like a running joke in Hollywood. Like, what is it about his characters that it's almost like the people who write characters for him or market characters for him are allergic to writing an alpha character for him. Or maybe he's just he's never been fortunate enough to have the level of control to have that type of push. But I mean, 8 Mile, most of the Marvel stuff, he's been a subordinate. Yeah, striking Viper, fam. Now in Twisted Metal, they got you bent over with your arm behind your back in a vulnerable position, fam. Like, tell somebody to make you look like a badass one time. Like, I just want to see if it's possible. I just want to see if we can actually do it.
Anthony Mackie is afraid of confrontation on the set. So
Jesus, Clarence.
Just lets whatever happen.
Holy shit. I don't know, man. This shit seems targeted. Y'all don't like me. Who did I piss off?
His agent.
Shit. Every time I look up, I'm damn Captain America, and I'm still got to go through the rigmarole. Still got to get beat up, according to my producer.
Yep.
Still got to go get some more act right.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, that whole thing looked crazy, and I would be talking to someone if I saw that. I'd be.
Yo, fam, why y'all got me bent up like I'm losing a booty warrior or something?
I don't know. Indiana Jones news.
This is going to be a kind of a thumbs up, I guess, a nod to Overlord Doomcock. Because when you write, you're right. When you write about something, you are right, and he's been right a lot lately about Lucasfilm. One thing that he's been right about for a long time is the proposed direction of Indiana Jones as a franchise going forward. There was some leaks several months back stating that, using time travel, spoiler here, alert folks, if you don't want to know anything about Indiana Jones or anything like that, go ahead and move forward now. But there was a leak that suggested that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character was going to low-key retcon Indiana Jones out of history and kind of like take his spot, I guess, and become the new Indy. James Mangold, Logan director, was very, very harsh in his rebuke of these rumors, to the point of low-key suggesting that composer John Williams not had full capacity of his faculties when in his recollections of rumored reshoots that were happening towards the end of production for the ending of the film. Harrison Ford kind of slipped up, said the same thing in some interviews with some foreign media about reshoots happening very late in the process. Even though James Mangold is out here saying, no, that absolutely did not happen. We would not, unequivocally, we would not do that. We would not take Indy or try to retcon him out of history or anything like that. Guess what early reports from the film or early reactions are saying happened to Indy at the end of this film? Now, I completely understand that certain brands will carry you in your professional career. I understand that certain associations and certain jobs you have to take just out of the respect of the opportunity. And I think at one point Lucasfilm or Disney was that for James Mangold. However, looking at the literal house of mouse burning around you, how you could stake your reputation and career on a blatant lie and something that would always come to fruition. Like, if you were actually doing it, it's not like you can go back and unsay what you said about it not happening. Sometimes I feel like these people literally think they can just say whatever And then at that certain point, some point in that chronology, if what they said no longer suits what they need or what they need people to believe, poof, it didn't happen. We just didn't say it. We just didn't say it. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
No. We never said that exactly. No, that's a mischaracterization of what I said. You're misinterpreting my statement. Bitch, you said unequivocally we would not like there was no there was no mincing words. And this was an article with Variety. One of the show media sites. One of those. Damn. On something that you knew people were going to see anyway? This absolutely baffles me.
I don't understand lying publicly. Like, do you not know that everybody can hear you and they're going to write this in their article?
Like, fam, the movie's going to come out. Like, okay, you don't necessarily want to spoil it, but at the same time, you don't want to be on record as being a liar with absolutely no credibility. Maybe play coy. There are plenty of options that we mulled over for the ending of Indiana Jones. You'll just have to show up at the end to see. I swear to God, bro, I could do this. I could do this. Give me the mic. Pay me. I will talk for you. Oh, well, no, we absolutely. Hey, James. This is what you pay me for. Just let me do it. No. Shh. Shut the fuck up. You're going to fuck it up. Let me do it. Okay? All right. I got it. So simple. It is so simple.
I mean, you freestyled it, so.
Woo! Media training had to be the first department that was cut when Disney started sliding.
And they control the questions. Like, if there's a question that you don't want asked, you control that shit.
No, you know what happened, Josh? Sometimes when these leaks and these rumors come out, a lot of times studios just ignore them. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's a little bit of truth to it. Maybe they have the right events, but the chronology is off, and they just ignore it. Mm-hmm. Right? When you see studios or executives, producers, directors responding to rumors, it hits something. Maybe you had a disgruntled employee that you know that's where the leak came from, and now you're shooting back at them. Or you're just annoyed by this person that you don't perceive to have any real value in your space or in your profession, commenting on your work, and you think that you are so big, the distance between you and the person on the internet that's critiquing you is such that you can just lie to get out of it. You don't even have to do the work of being clever. You can just lie because his name's Doomcock and he dresses up in a suit and nobody knows who he actually is. So he's not a serious person. I am a serious person. Listen to my alternative facts. Knowing full on well that this shit is going to be open. Everyone's going to see it, James. It's not a secret movie. I don't understand. What the fuck is happening? Mm-hmm. How did it get this bad? Like all over. Yeah. No. Not just Disney. Because the house is burning at DC right now too.
What a great segue. The Flash.
Oh my God.
Not doing so well against.
No. Not doing so well. A 75% drop.
From what it was already at.
A 75% drop. This movie gonna make $14 million worldwide this weekend. Come on, man. Y'all had every opportunity. So you're telling me Batgirl was so bad that we had to take an already shot movie, cancel it, write it off. It was so terrible. The content was so weak sauce. Michael Keaton's Batman couldn't even save it, right? Right?
Oh, right.
We had to write it off. Your movie lost the Elemental. Your movie lost to a floundering Pixar movie, which was once again marketed poorly.
Yeah.
And has little to no interest around it right now.
The only marketing I seen for it was 2 trailers.
Couple commercials. That's it. No kids' toys at McDonald's.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? No TV shows, nothing like that.
Literally
talking about Elemental. I literally don't know really what it's about other than it's involving the elements. So maybe a fire is going to date a water.
A water is nuts. But yes, that's.
But it's been so loosely explained. I'm assuming that this has the undertones of race relations, maybe.
It seems like.
But
yes.
if you had balls, you would market it that way, and people would know what the fuck they're signing up to go see.
Yeah.
You're leaving it up to their interpretation to see what the fuck this movie is about, and it's not. That doesn't attract people. You want to make a movie about race relations? Market a movie about race relations.
Why does this feel like deja vu? Why does it feel like we were talking about another Pixar movie not too long ago that was poorly...
Strange World, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
Strange World.
I think that's what it was.
Yep. Had the first gay character that they were going to be showing in a Pixar film, and they did that so effectively that the first time that I even knew it was coming out was the week before it premiered. No advertising on Disney Plus. Didn't see shit about the movie on Freeform or Disney Junior that my son watches religiously every damn day.
2022. Oh, because it came out around the time of Black Panther.
Yeah. They shifted the entire marketing budget away from Strange World to go to Black Panther, to Wakanda Forever.
That's what it was. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it felt like deja vu.
Yep. And even still, it beat The Flash. Look how bad we were talking about Elemental, and it still beat The Flash. A superhero movie with Michael Keaton in it. With Ben Affleck in it. But this is the movie that absolutely had to come out. It had to. It had to. Batgirl ain't have a single abuser on the roster. This man is an absolute menace. And the names of all the people who have tried to like massage this situation. Oh, Ezra can't talk, so we'll just get all of the actors and the people that we have around him to speak fondly of him. Like you fuck. Oh my God, you people are so deranged. You are so deranged. You just expect people to just not know. And that is the most blatant example of not giving a fuck and having your hand out asking for money. No, I don't we don't really care. That is what Warner Brothers told us. We really don't give a damn. We don't give a shit about what he did. We want your money. Do you want to watch it or not? You got your response.
Yeah.
We don't care what he did. Moral fiber be damned. Our only responsibility is fiscal. Okay, well.
There you go.
Cool. It is like two completely opposite ends of the spectrum, and both of them are failing. Both of them are failing miserably. Yeah. Warner Brothers doesn't give a damn about your feelings or your morals or your personal beliefs, because they will have a literal child and woman abuser headlining a film for them. Someone who has previously used his identity of the Flash to coerce children. Mm-hmm. Yep, we're going to sign him up, let him shoot another film. Then on the other side, you have ultra virtuous, at least outwardly and publicly, ultra virtuous Disney, who cares nothing about making a dollar, only cares about feels. At least publicly, supposedly. And they failing too. So what that's telling me, there's no way to skirt the responsibility, man. Make good content. Make good content with half decent people. I don't think you have this problem. And it's not that hard. It is not that hard to find someone who has less than 18 arrests in the last 10 years. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Grant Gustin is right there. He's like really right there. Has been there.
Isn't the show over too?
Because it's too damn easy to just listen to what people are asking for and give it to them. No. That's too simple. You're thinking too small. Think big. Do that, but the complete opposite. Huh? That'll really get them in. Hey, look. I don't know whoever thought that The Flash was it. But if you did, then you should be out the door right along with Ezra Miller.
Agreed.
And that doesn't exclude James Gunn. James Gunn was part of these decisions. James Gunn decided what was going to be seen from the existing DC universe and what was going to kick off his new reboot. James Gunn decided to tell us that these 4 movies that are coming out that are still existing in the DC universe weren't going to be connected to his plan going forward, but we should still go see them anyway. Hey, nothing really is going to happen until 2025 when I do Superman, but see these. Shazam works well, so, go see it. Blue Beetle works well, so go see it. And Aquaman, oh man, Aquaman's awesome. Go see it. Is it gonna be in the universe? Fuck no.
It just doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. None of it matters.
And so they're tanking because of it.
Dead property. I called this shit right when he announced it.
Yeah.
Right when he announced it. So the Flash with 2 Batmans, a Supergirl. I'm hearing rumors of another Kryptonian that maybe made an appearance.
I've heard the same.
So that couldn't get it done. But Jason Momoa arguing in a courtroom about environmental protections.
I forgot about that.
Is going to do it.
Well, there's always hope for Blue Beetle.
I actually hope Blue Beetle is good. But then again,
might end up being the best performing.
It's got the highest. It's got this mountain to climb.
Yeah.
Right? Because not only do you have to make money, but now you got to fight the public perception of DC, which is in the sewer.
Yeah.
It's in hell.
Yep.
It's not good for comic book content. It's not good for comic book content at all.
So we've got some Spider-Verse news. Some good, some bad. Well, some interesting and some bad. So apparently there have been multiple variations of the film Across the Spider-Verse that have gone out to different theaters. So me and you, for example, may not have seen the exact same movie, essentially. Now, it's not anything major. It's not like major plot points have changed or anything crazy like that. But little small things like, Jefferson going through a spot and then reacting differently, or
it's almost as if you were watching the movie in an alternate universe.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool.
I do think that is dope, and I think it is something that was meant for people to pick up on as they went and rewatched the movie. And then as that word spread, it would encourage people to come back and see a movie. It's actually a pretty good marketing ticket.
I think people are going to, now that they know that, possibly go and watch.
Go back and see it.
At least once more.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like some of the artists who were originally working on Across the Spider-Verse were working in some pretty shitty workplace conditions.
Yeah, here's my thing. Here's my thing with this. And this is not to try and take away from anybody's experience in here with working for Sony or any other studio. It's really, when you think about it, there's really only like maybe 5 or 6 studios that are hiring for this type of work, for live action type of VFX for animation. Mm-hmm. But this is pretty consistent with some of the same complaints that we heard from the VFX artists at Marvel, some of the same complaints that we heard from the VX artists over there at Warner Brothers. This is also coming at the time of the writer's strike, right? And so this is happening to probably the most popular movie in the theaters right now. It's in everybody's conversation at a time of negotiation. And so it is very convenient and opportune for this to kind of take the conversation away from the success of the film and put it back on the working conditions of the cast and crew in the time of them negotiating with the Writers Guild. I'm not going to go as far as to say that this is a publicity case. Mm-hmm. I will say that it perfectly is in line, timing wise and subject matter wise, with what they are fighting to get. Yeah, and so I would have liked to think that it was a positive experience because the movie turned out well. But then again, obviously I don't work there and I can't speak to the type of conditions that they were subjected to. But I if that is the case, I really don't honestly know where else you could go work and not experience that, because from what I'm hearing, VFX artists in the industry in general are being treated this way. It's not really a company culture thing. It's an industry culture thing at the moment, which is probably the point of it coming out now about this movie.
I'm also wondering if, because I kind of wondered this when the third movie was announced. Like, how are they going to get that out so quickly? So I'm wondering if maybe those two things were...
First of all, yeah, we waited 5 years to get the second Spider-Verse movie. 10? No, fuck them. Hey, listen. You are in a sweet spot right now. And also, timing-wise, in terms of long-term with Miles Morales, they kind of got him by the short and curlies if they want to negotiate better pay, better conditions for the VFX artists, whatever. Because
but you don't think that they even already worked on 3?
Maybe not. But my point is, for the people who are saying, "Oh, we'll just let it go. We'll just take our time. Go 8, 9, 10 years before we get the next movie."
Yeah, 10 years would be crazy.
You are not guaranteed to still have that audience when you return. You're already in a sweet spot because, again, you were probably dealing with anywhere from like 6, 7-year-olds to 10-year-olds around the first movie. Those kids are teenagers now. The first Spider-Verse audience that you introduce Miles Morales to and Into the Spider-Verse are probably teenagers now. Okay? You've got another 10 years to maximize that dollar until you got to wait until they have some kids and it starts recycling all over again. But right now with this group, the group you introduced Miles to, you got another 10 years. Half of that should be spent with the last installment to the Spider-Verse to finish off the trilogy. Yeah. The other half should be focused on the live action, because at that point now they're going to be 20 plus years old, and some of them will start to age out of the genre.
Hell, in fact, you should probably start laying the groundwork for the live action right now, or as soon as you can, because
literally. If I'm 15 now, it takes you 5 years, say just like the last one, to put out the last installment to the Spider-Verse movie. I'm going to literally be an adult when I see that movie. It's going to have an older tone. Mm-hmm. It's less likely that you're going to be bringing in new, younger viewers, because this is going to be a conclusion. You're not trying to do the kiddie stuff at that point because you're wrapping up a trilogy. Mm-hmm. So the new audience, that's not the aim for the third movie. You're not going to be bringing in new people in the third movie. You're going to be getting return viewers for the third movie. The live action is your chance to kind of reset that and see if you can get some new viewers in. But this initial crowd that you introduce Miles in has about another 10 years before you guys start doing something different. Don't waste that. And they know that, though. You don't think that the artists don't understand that either. That there's a time limit on this stuff after you have success. It's just not going to exist forever.
Mm-hmm. Some updates have happened in the Jonathan Majors case.
Yeah.
Lawyers
definitely want to get here.
Her foot down.
First of all,
evidence out there.
First of all,
clearing some shit up finally.
Warren from Cosmic Wonder and Josh from Den of Nerds.
Don't point at me. His name is Dan.
Josh from Den of Nerds. You can't sit with us. Stay on your side. You chose a side. Stay there. You decided to plant a flag and decide where you were with it and report certain things that have still not come to fruition. While mocking guys like Doomcock, whose information is actually checking out. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Y'all chose your side. You said what you when things were looking bad for Jonathan. You hopped on your train. You went along right with what the narrative was meant to be, and you drove that boat. So keep driving in that direction. Just keep on sailing. Don't try to hop back over here. Don't try to tell me how neutral you were. Neutral, my Aunt Fanny. Stay over there. I said this. I tweeted this a minute ago when all of this shit was at its height.
Yeah.
Y'all are deciding where y'all are standing right now, and all this shit just started. Y'all backing into y'all corners already. So stay there. Stay there. Okay? Be the guys who said Jonathan Majors was going to be fired and that Kang was going to be recast and that he was going to be removed from Loki or whatever the hell the rumor was, right? Stick by that shit. Stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on there are more victims. Stand on the random fucking indie directors who are claiming that they knew about Jonathan Majors' violence all along and that he knows other people who have been through it but just choose not to come forward, and that is their right. Stand on that shit. All of y'all. From the random Twitter losers who wanted to jump on the bandwagon to the YouTubers who found it algorithmically pleasing to get on the Jonathan Majors hate train. Stay where you at. Now for the facts. Where would you like to start? Because there is just so much. You want to go down in chronology? Okay, so the fight that allegedly happened in Chinatown where Jonathan Majors hit her and choked her and threw her into the car, right? Mm-hmm. There is the driver, right, who is going to testify that Jonathan Majors not only never touched her, but didn't even raise his voice at her. Oh, and there is dash cam footage of that inside of the car as well. Cool. So then he gets out of the car. She rips his coat. We actually have footage of that from security cameras outside of the car on the street where this altercation happened. Jonathan Majors is trying to make his way away from her. And we have 2 more eyewitnesses to this effect because they stop and ask him for a fucking picture. Go figure. Gotta love New York, right? Cool. So he gets away from her. They separate. She goes to a club later at night. We have more footage of her doing shit with her hand, showing her ears and her head and her neck with no bruising or no type of injury happen. Mm-hmm. We got eyewitness and we got security footage. Mm-hmm. Let's keep going. Mm-hmm. So she's at the bar. Let's talk to the bartender who's also willing to testify. God damn, it's a lot of people willing to testify against this young woman.
Yeah.
I'm at 5 people. We ain't even made it back to the house yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Bartender testifies. No visible injuries to her hand, ear, or neck at the time. Was very cheerful, very happy. If you just got choked out in the middle of Chinatown, are you happy?
No.
But that's circumstantial. That's neither here nor there. That's just something that he's going to testify to. Okay, she's leaving the club. I'm going back to Jonathan Majors' house. Oh, after spending $800 on champagne on his credit card.
All right. All right, fam.
After spending $800 on this man's credit card at the bar. But let's head home. It's time to wrap up. I'm tired. I'm sleepy, but I need help sleeping. So I'm going to take some sleeping pills and some liquor. But before all that happens, I get caught on the security cam footage with no visible injuries to my ear, neck, or hands.
That I've reported.
Showing up alone without Jonathan Majors. Okay. So now I'm in Jonathan Majors' apartment. I'm in his closet. I have taken sleeping pills. I've been drinking all night. I am passed out. After sending Jonathan Majors a bunch of not threatening texts, but angry texts about his infidelity, which I'm assuming that if this relationship is real between Majors and Megan Good, that she was the yeah. Hey, listen, sis, I'd be mad too. You know what I'm saying? Leave me for a bigger star. Oof. Shoot, I'd be pissed too.
Shout out to Jonathan Majors for the upgrade.
For the up greasy. So boom, all of that happens. She sends the angry text to him. Jonathan Majors says that she sends him a suicide text. I'm going to kill myself. Right? Suicide's not funny, but that's what that's what's being claimed. It's usually I feel like that's usually the male thing.
Yeah, that is strangely
women show up. They sneak around, they banging on your door, they mess with your car and shit. Women like show up and do shit.
Women women empty the gas canister in your back seat.
Yeah.
Throw a match and then explode. Remember that video?
Just yeah, I do remember that. Just from the little bit of lived experience here, hearing some of these stories, it for at least for me, I've heard it much more often coming from the men.
But it happens a lot for men, supposedly.
And again, suicide is serious. So like you know,
Yeah.
he obviously took it serious because he got on his way back to his apartment, stayed in a hotel that night, which should be verified by where his cell phone pinged, credit card statements, and some more security cam footage.
What?
But then he doesn't get picked up on his apartment security cam footage until he comes back trying to get back into his closet that is locked from the inside, to which he needed a handyman to open with him. So he has yet another eyewitness. We have a driver. We have the two random women that asked for a picture in Chinatown. We have a bartender. We have a handyman, and we have anyone who has seen the security footage at the apartment. We have the staff and whoever checked him in at the hotel where he stayed that night. He wasn't even with her. But guess when the injuries popped up on her body? When they got her out of the closet where she had been drinking and taking sleeping pills all night. Now, Warren. Now, Josh. Does it sound like the type of guy that you should be pushing his employment, his career away from?
We didn't even mention the supposed racist cops.
Oh, man. Forgot all about that. So the cops show up because Jonathan Majors calls the police. She told him that she was going to kill herself and unalive herself. And then he gets there and she's locked in a closet, passed out with liquor and drugs around her. Fam, I cannot think of a scarier situation. You know what the only thing that's scarier than having a young, somewhat attractive white woman accuse you of some sort of assault? Having a dead white woman in your house.
Yes. Yep.
Infinitely more scary.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Man was shitting cinder blocks when he seen her on the floor. I already know. I don't have to be there to know how he felt. He called the police. Police get there. They ask her 19 times, Josh. 19 times what happens. She says 19 different times. I don't know.
Why?
19 times. I feel like I'm living in fucking crazy land.
You are.
I'm in the Twilight Zone.
This is Black Mirror.
19 times. I'm going to try and attempt to ask you something 19 times. And then on the 20th time, I want you to change your answer. And let's just see if that feels natural.
You're not going to make it that far.
Are you an elephant?
I don't know.
But are you an elephant, though?
I don't know.
But are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Josh, come on. Are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Okay, let's back up here. I just need to know, are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Are you an elephant?
I don't know.
Are you, but an elephant, though,
know.
is that you?
I don't know.
Elephants are you?
I don't know.
Are you an elephant?
Fam, yes, I'm a big gray elephant.
That was only 11. So.
Jesus Christ.
You're an elephant, right? Trunk and tusk.
No, I'm
gray and scaly all over, tail swinging up. You're an elephant, right? Right?
No, I'm a rhino.
Elephant? Yes. You are a poacher, sir. You're arrested. That's how that shit happened.
I identify as a rhino.
Anyways, they asked that woman 19 times how she got hurt, and she couldn't answer. Meanwhile, they looking through the windows. They looking around, seeing they in 3-story penthouse apartment. Woo! This looks nice. Who the hell is this? This black man. How did you get this? Huh. Are you some sort of a narcotic specialist?
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Are you some sort of NBA baller?
That just reminds me of the Chappelle joke.
Apparently this nigga broke in and hung up pictures of his family everywhere.
Now, I okay, so now this is probably the worst part of it for me. She's already told you 19 times that she doesn't know what the fuck happened. He has told you in great detail what happened. Mm-hmm. She ripped my coat. She scratched my arm, whatever. She's hit me. And, other people saw it. And then you go back to her and she's giving you, I don't know. What police training tells you to arrest the person who actually gave you an account of what happened for the night? has an alibi, can
Called you.
verify his whereabouts when she was actually locked in a room when he arrived. But again, not the worst part. That with all of that together, the black prosecutor in Manhattan is choosing to, full head of steam, fledge forward. What evidence have we heard from the prosecution side? There were those cooperating witnesses for past violence from Jonathan Major, because they were cooperating, who we haven't heard anything from. Those text messages came out within days. We was hearing about cooperating witnesses. Mm-hmm. Everything since then, the prosecution has been silent. They don't have nothing. They have no rebuttal. And this is a black man looking at these set of facts and choosing to try and prosecute him for them. They should be arresting her. She assaulted him. She stole his money. She broke into his apartment. Why is she not facing any charges? She hit me. Woman. She spit my money. She came to my house unannounced and unwanted and locked herself in a closet.
She is a white woman, sir. She will not be facing any kind of judging.
But here's the thing, Josh. It ain't just white women. It's not just white women. I would like to think. Well, no, I wouldn't like to think that. But what do we just see with Dominique Jones in Florida? They offered this woman immunity. She is responsible for her brother's death solely. Yep. Not Travis Rudolph, her.
No, there's definitely a thing of you believe women and women get off scot-free when they even lie. I guess I'm just saying, and specifically in this case, it's a white woman.
She sent that man to meet his maker over a dispute that she was having with another man when she was married.
Yeah.
About a dispute over fidelity with another man while she is literally married. And so she sent her brother over there to do some shit and he got dealt with. But she gets immunity.
Yep.
For even sending the order to do it.
So she doesn't get to seek any justice.
So here we are, oh girl, and we know she's already tried to recant her statement. We know that from the text messages. Mm-hmm. We know that she has tried to recant. Mm-hmm. And yet, here we go. Black DA. It's really a hell of an argument for having, black faces in high places, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day.
Well,
I really just wanted to drive the key points of this Majors thing back. If you're just being fair, the man literally wasn't there when she was injured. We know that she wasn't injured all the way into closing down her night and going to where she eventually slept until Jonathan Majors and the handyman found her in the morning. Mm-hmm. We know she wasn't injured when she got home. So unless Jonathan Majors has an invisible man suit or he's a fucking ninja, snuck out of his hotel that he was staying in currently just to make it all the way back, beat her up only on the knuckles and behind the ear, leave, put on a charade with the handyman to break back into the closet that I guess he locked but had a secret compartment that he can get out of, but she couldn't. So he can sneak back out and come back and play like he hadn't been there all night and get the handyman. Right?
Yeah, bro, because he's translucent from The Boys. I've been watching The Boys.
He's Ant-Man. He's shrunk. He shrunk and snuck back up to the 18th floor of his apartment. Bopped her behind her ear, smacked her knuckles, snuck back out, showed back up in the front desk and said, "Hey, man, help me back in my apartment. The door's locked."
Wow.
That's funny, right? But that's how some of y'all are thinking. I don't know. It could still be him. It could still be a bad guy. Nope. I don't know.
Nope.
That's how some of y'all still acting.
It is.
Okay? Stay over there then. Stay there. If you want to be on the side of someone who is perpetuating a lie and trying to ruin someone's life, if you want to be on that side, stay there. But don't try to tell me that you were objective the entire time. Objectively, this looks like a shit case for the prosecutor. Mm-hmm. And she looks like a liar.
Yeah. It really baffles me how people just don't decide to look at specifically all of the evidence of the case as opposed to just looking at a person and being like, oh, black man? Oh, he did that shit. Because it just fits their narrative. It fits their worldview.
Like, fam, didn't we just send a mob to Carolyn Bryant's house before she died? And here we are looking at a modern day, a 2023 version of a black man assaulted me. Live and in living color. Mm-hmm. Only now we have body cam footage of them coaching her to say that he beat her.
Man.
It shouldn't take 19 times for you to recall that somebody fucked you up, if that's what happened. I don't know. But he fucked you up, right? I guess so. Ooh, I can't wait till that body cam footage becomes public. I can't wait.
I guess probably because it's part of the case, but why hasn't it yet?
They've probably managed to keep it sealed for now, but it's going to be public. It
has to at some point.
It's going to, yeah.
Yeah.
They get ready to go to trial.
The club videos already became public.
You wanted to go to trial about this, so all of this shit is going to come out.
Yeah. Yep.
They're going to see Jonathan Majors telling the cop that she assaulted him, and then they're going to be able to show it happening on surveillance footage.
Sheesh.
They're going to see you asking 19 times what happened and her saying, I don't know. And then somehow y'all coming up with the story about him striking her and choking her. They're going to see it. They're going to see you questioning, oh, what does he do? How did you get this? You live here? Are you sure? Do you share it? Are you renting? I don't know if they said all of that. But they're going to see it. They're going to see the surprise on your face. They're going to see you gesturing to each other like, go black man, go black man. You strong as bricks.
It says you're an actor. What are you on Tubi?
Yeah, like, they're going to see all of this. And given all of this, the prosecutor is still willing to fledge forward. Some people just like to be embarrassed in public forums.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do with your black ass when you lose this case. I wonder.
Such a high profile case.
Or who's maybe putting the battery in his back to push this. Mm-hmm. You don't have any evidence. No one's on your side. From the random people that saw him on the street to ask for a picture to the bartender at the club where she spent $800. So I know my man's got a tip. She's spending somebody else's money. I know he got a good tip.
Smooth $100 tip.
Easy. And he's willing to testify against her. The doorman, the driver.
Everybody.
If you don't believe Jonathan Majors didn't do this, you're not going to. This is more than enough evidence to say that this did not happen the way she said it did.
Yep. And it sounded sketchy from the beginning.
Eyewitness account, video evidence. Enough said.
You just wanted to ignore all the evidence.
We can go back and watch it together, or you can take the account from the people who were actually there. If you still want him to be guilty after that, it's because you want him to be guilty, and you probably have the same problem as the racist cops who asked the girl 19 times. Flat the fuck out. Give us your thoughts on everything discussed here and Behind the Cape. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for another episode.
Absolutely, and make sure that you check out our previous video where we discussed Kathleen Kennedy, amongst other things, but that's just because we enjoy discussing Kathleen Kennedy. But we discuss other Marvel, DC information as well, so make sure you check that out. And check out the playlist full of other Behind the Cape episodes. And check in with us, subscribe, because we like to do this at least once a week.